Every serious watch buyer eventually hits a wall. You want the precision and the artistry of a sweeping mechanical movement, but you need it at a price that actually makes sense. That search almost always leads to a specific frustration, trying to find the best Swiss mechanical watch between $1,000 and $2,000. Buyers call this the dead zone. It is a price bracket where manufacturers typically force a choice between a basic, uncertified movement from a recognizable name or high-end specifications from a brand with zero history. Longines occupies the specific market position that solves this. Their modern catalog, particularly the Master Collection, aligns technical performance with this exact price range. The math here is simple. This is how you acquire a timepiece with the exact sapphire crystal, case finishing, and certified chronometer movement found in $4,000 watches for a fraction of that cost. This value proposition is the result of brand positioning. Longines is the only major Swiss manufacturer structurally designed to deliver this level of technical return for the price. This scatter plot shows watch economics: retail price on the bottom axis, technical features on the vertical. Standard brands form a predictable, linear path. Pay more, get better specifications. But Longines sits outside the model, delivering elite specifications firmly on the lower end of the pricing axis. This happens because Longines sits within the swatch group. They bypass standard manufacturing costs by sharing access to ETA movements and massive parent company case production facilities, allowing them to dramatically undercut independent luxury brands. The catch is the logo. To get these specifications at this price point, you have to accept that you are buying the tier directly below Omega. You do not get the Tier 1 brand prestige. But for the buyer who prioritizes the mechanical reality of the watch over the status it communicates, paying an extra $2,000 just for that brand logo is a poor allocation of capital. The primary reason these watches represent such an incredible value sits entirely behind the dial: the Longines L888 automatic caliber. The L888 is built on the architecture of the ETA 2892. This means it is one of the most widely used, heavily tested Swiss automatic calibers in existence. Any competent watchmaker in the world can open this case and service it affordably for the next 50 years. But Longines heavily modifies it, regulating the movement to pass COSC certification. That requires surviving a 16-day independent Swiss testing protocol across multiple temperatures and positions, guaranteeing accuracy within -4 to +6 seconds a day. To put that in perspective, a $10,000 Rolex Submariner must meet that exact same baseline standard. On top of the accuracy, Longines extends the power reserve to a massive 64 hours. You can take this watch off on Friday evening, leave it on your dresser, and strap it back on Monday morning without missing a beat. Horological purists will argue that true luxury requires a entirely in-house movement. The reality is that this highly modified ETA base delivers objectively superior, documented performance compared to virtually anything else in its class. To strip away the marketing illusions, look at this comparison matrix directly pitting Longines against its immediate neighbors. Compare it downward to an $800 Tissot Powermatic. Spending a few $100s more on the Longines secures a far higher beat rate, significantly deeper dial construction, finer case polishing, and that crucial COSC chronometer documentation. Now compare it upward to an Omega Constellation. You face a staggering $3,000 price jump. Omega certainly provides superior coaxial escapement technology and undeniable brand cachet, but the Longines goes toe-to-toe with it on scratch-resistant sapphire crystals, steel finishing, and COSC certification. And if you look laterally at brands like Tag Heuer, Longines consistently wins on both movement heritage and independent testing documentation. The math holds up across the board. Longines matches or beats the competition on every technical metric, except brand ego, making it the definitive choice for the informed buyer. Translating these specifications into a purchase means matching the catalog to your specific lifestyle. This decision flowchart splits your $1,500 into 4 distinct buyer profiles. First is the Office Optimizer, pointing straight to the Master Collection date reference, L2.793. The defining physical trait here is the case profile. At just 9.3 millimeters thick, it is engineered to slide silently under a tailored dress shirt cuff without catching the fabric. On the secondary market, you can find this reference easily between $1,100 and $1,600. The limitation you accept for that slim profile is 30 meters of water resistance. This watch is built for boardrooms and dinners, not the swimming pool. If you need a completely versatile, daily wear dress watch that looks entirely at home in a corporate environment, this is the uncompromising answer. The second profile is the horology nerd, which leads to the Master Collection Moonphase L2.919. This watch features a mechanical moonphase complication, a rotating disc on the lower dial, precision adjusted to track lunar cycles so accurately it only requires correction once every 122 years. Standard Swiss watchmaking almost exclusively reserves this level of celestial tracking for timepieces priced well over $5,000. Longines delivers that exact complication, paired with a day-date calendar and an alligator leather strap for $1,500 to $2,200. The trade-off comes with maintenance. If that 64-hour power reserve runs out and the watch stops, resetting the lunar cycle manually takes careful effort. But if mechanical complexity and artistry are what you value most, no other Swiss manufacturer can offer anything close to this at this price. Moving from the boardroom to the cockpit requires addressing the brand's history. Longines was the official timing partner for early flight pioneers like Charles Lindbergh. Longines built these instrument dials for pilots like Amelia Earhart to navigate across oceans. The modern Spirit collection carries that exact history of cockpit utility into its design language. That brings us to our third profile, the Heritage Pilot, perfectly matched with the modern Spirit Zulu Time GMT. This is a highly functional tool watch, giving you a true dual time zone tracking complication, powered by a massive 72-hour power reserve. It delivers functionality that competes directly with an IWC Pilot or Breitling Navitimer, while keeping the price firmly under $2,500. You do need to consider your wrist size. At 42 millimeters in diameter with a long lug-to-lug, it commands significant real estate and demands a medium to large wrist. For the frequent traveler who prioritizes genuine aviation history and mechanical utility over modern status signaling, the Zulu Time is the definitive choice. The final profile is the active professional, leading straight to the HydroConquest dive watch. A professional dive watch has to survive extreme, high-pressure, harsh physical environments where catastrophic failure simply isn't an option. The HydroConquest delivers a 300-meter depth rating, a screw-down crown, and a scratch-proof ceramic bezel, all heavily accessible for under $1,400. The necessary trade-off for that ruggedness is physical bulk. It is heavy, highly specialized, and will not pull double duty with a suit like the Master Collection. The integrity of this modern catalog rests on a foundation of historical competence. Longines spent 44 years developing precision Olympic timing equipment. They have proven they know exactly how to build durable, accurate instruments. Adding a Longines to your collection means making a calculated, evidence-based allocation of capital. You're paying for sapphire glass, a chronometer certification, and decades of reliable service. Choose the spec sheet over the brand ego. If this breakdown helped you clarify your options, subscribe. We review the details the market overlooks so you can make the right call. See you in the next one.